I got a visit today from my favorite genius, an old friend, an A-Div wizard. This is what I concluded from our discussions about orgone energy, which is the topic of this video. I'm going to explain the science behind magic. Magic is just undiscovered science. I'm going to explain the scientific insight gained from my research, and I'm going to do it so plainly as I can, and as well as it was explained to me. The topic was orgone energy, what it is and how it is naturally generated by nature and planetary functions. What is orgone energy? Orgone energy, or organic energy, is the organic energy of the mind, or many religions and belief systems call it the energy of the soul. It is your mind that survives your body when it's done with it. Your body is also made up of this energy. It is both electric and organic. It's part of the unified field. The only difference between you and this unified field of orgone energy is you, your life code. Your life energy has all your record, everything you've ever done. It's been recorded by your soul on your journey into the field. The field is a topic for another video. This energy is a unified field that unites all of life and all of reality. It was what Stephen Hawking called singularity. Couldn't mention this orgone energy for afraid that you would have the allowance cut off. This is the energy that vibrates between our immense number of molecules, and doing so as your mind. When you stub your toe, you feel the pain in your head. You don't feel the pain in your head, you feel the pain in your toe, because that's where you are. You are between every molecule. That is your mind. Your brain is just a key. You feel it in your toe, because that's where your mind vibrates, between every molecule. It is not electricity. It is not electricity, although its interaction with electricity is essential to its existence physically, as locomotion itself, and manifest in all creations. Our bodies are both EMF and organic energy. Sound is your voice, and heat is your body heat. Those are both EMF. Your conversion of this energy, both electrical and organic, is you. Your code, your DNA, is unique. That's your location in this unified field. To see this energy, simply look towards the light source and focus a few inches in front of your face. You will see squiggly little patterns of dancing energy and light. That is orgone energy. That is your orgone energy. Your personal field emanating about an inch or so off of your body. People call it aura. And it can be photographed, blue in the background. This energy is generated by the Earth itself and is a unified field that contains all of Earth's life. We all live in this one field. The Earth spins at approximately 1,000 miles an hour in its rotation. As the Earth spins at about 1,000, it is also orbiting at 67,000 miles per hour. That's a colossal combination of speeds by any measure. The Earth has tremendous density too, and produces a huge gravitational drag, fomenting a wobble. You see, the Earth is not balanced. It's got mountains, peaks, valleys, oceans, so it wobbles. On its orbital speed of 67,000 miles an hour, it shakes 7.83 times per second. This is called the Schumann resonance, which I believe is up over 8 now, since the 212 shift. Hence, things seem to be happening faster than they are. As is explained to me, as it was explained to me, I understand orgone energy to be a product of the symbiotic planetary function of spins, orbits, gravity, electricity, dark matter, and more. You see, the Earth is imbalanced. It has huge mountain peaks, deep valleys, and oceans. It is not by any means balanced. It is not smooth or a perfect sphere. As it spins and orbits, the imbalance produces a wobble. This wobble generates a hum, and the hum is organic energy. Orgone, chi, life force, is known by many different names, but one thing it is for sure, it is eternal and infinite in its source. It is a constant in all of life and reality, and all that is. Orgone energy is unique in that it operates on different physical properties than electricity, only described by quantum physics. Negative entropy. Unlike EMF, which has a function of entropy, with entropy you get the principle of functions such as the inverse first power of distance, which means it loses its intensity over the distance squared. So for every so many feet, it loses half its strength. Entropy. 1 over the distance of the reciprocal distance. At double the distance, the field is reduced to half. At 3 times the distance is reduced to a third, and so on. Electricity is a flow of electrons. An electron flow is what we think of as electrical current. That's what moves us around. Each atom has electrons in it. You put a new electron in a conductor, you will join atoms. And each atom will split an electron to the next atom. The next atom takes in the electron and spits out to another one. Electricity has generated and transmitted a wire or wave, and it loses intensity over distance squared. However, orgone works on negative entropy, physical laws that are opposite or different than the EMF spectrum. With negative entropy, you have stronger fields absorbing weaker fields and becoming stronger themselves, or different. Orgone fields become stronger by bonding with a lesser or equal orgone field. Since we are in a unified field, distance in this field is determined by difference in structure. Now what I mean by that is identical twins have different DNA because the space between their molecules afforded for a different stacking of them just by the separation of that small space. The planet's gravity determines the stack of molecules. Because this energy runs through everything, all the time, it's constant, in real time, we are all connected by this energy infinitely, and although it is related to electricity, it is different. They work together to give you life. This insight reveals that the constant hum of our planet, organic energy field, emanates and runs through everything, connecting everything in real time constantly. That's how we use it. We are all familiar with electricity. Physical motion provides us via the electrical synapses, constantly firing that moves us around. Our minds have an electrical charge, but there is another energy that directs this electricity. We see it when lightning strikes. We have all seen orgone energy too. These two energies are responsible for our mobility. The electrical impulses drive our motor skills, and the organic energy energy directs them, directs the electrical movement. We have light bodies, which could be the soul or the mind, and astral bodies too. These bodies are for another discussion. This one's about orgone energy, the source energy for writing organic manifestation code. Many people have seen this energy before, but they are unaware of its existence. They are simply dismiss it as nothing significant. For millennia, this energy has been referred to by many different names. Scientifically, Wilhelm Reich is credited with attaching the label orgone to what we now popularly call chi. It has been referred to as prana, life force, animal magnetism, odic force, along with other names. A profound understanding about this energy is that all of reality exists in totality in the unified field. You are about to witness this yourself. This may not be the first encounter of the unified field energy, but this may be the first time you'll understand it to prove useful. To see orgone energy, look towards a bright light source. Computer screens works, but the best source is blue light of the sky, opposite the sun. Go outside when moderate sunlight is available. Look up at the blue sky. From the sun, away from the sun to avoid any visual impairment. The glare of the sunlight. When your vision is clear, adjust your focus to look at the airspace about 3 inches in front of your eyes. When your eyes adjust correctly to the spot, you'll see tiny points of light moving in constant squiggly pattern over the energy. Most people have seen this energy before, but thought it was dust on the lens of their eyes or heat in the road, paid no attention to it. This energy is your individual directing force that accesses the electrical, physical power source of your body. It is also the single unified field that connects all life. It is also part of this field. The energetic power source is everywhere all at the same time, separated only by structural differences. What that means is your personal code is you, your DNA, is your location in this unified field. You can be in more than one place. What is organic code? Even though we all share common DNA components, each life form has its own uniquely formed DNA structure. This should be sublime epiphany for many people. The personal orgone field is your DNA resonance orgone code, and your DNA is your location in that field. What is organic code? You are organic code. Your DNA is a biological chemical code. When it was activated by fertilization, your DNA began its encoding process to produce you. It is unique in its code, exclusive only to you. Recently, science has discovered that hermetical practitioners have known for millennia that even identical monozygotic twins, even identical monozygotic twins have been found to have different DNA. This was a mystery to many geneticists, still may be for so many. Still. They have determined that even identical twins express their DNA in different code. Hermetics reveals that this is due to who is expressing their version of the code. Each soul is unique. Each soul's consciousness is separated and unique to all the others regardless of the similarity. Also, the space between the fetuses of each twin is enough to affect the physical structure of each individual's physical development. This can be observed with a detailed comparison of differences in such things as fingers, toes, skin tone, as well as other physical attributes. This is due to unforeseen forces that rule physical matter on our planet, one being gravity. It's a planetary effect. Gravity is our harmonic planetary force. If we lose any planet in our gravitational field, all physical matter here on Earth would shift accordingly to the planetary change. This explains the validity of astrology and why planets have specific mental, emotional, and physical influence. Furthermore, the science of astrology is the underlying foundation of all sciences. This will be found to be true. When science evolves to combine astrology with astronomy, research will reveal physics behind astrological influences. These influences have been well known for a long time and are being expanded by astrologers daily. The known science behind astrology influences the gravitational pull of the planets, that is, constantly shifting based on angles and influence. All these forces, known and unknown, are effects of the universal bodies of the planets that affect our planet. Totality, in totality, affects everything. All matter, all living matter or non-living, is subject to these energies. Each planet has its own specific code. DNA expressed chemical composition, which influences our planet by its density, position, angle of influence, and most likely other undiscovered forces too. The known data of planetary influence is well documented in many astrology books, which are progressing, though research into specialties like astrology, medicine, and astrological psychiatry are being held back. Each planet has its own unique individual influence, its own code, expressed as what some call frequencies, or, for lack of a better word, I'll use the term planetary forces of influence for writing organic code. These frequencies are utilized effectively in various ways of application from radionics, combined with computer programs and other traditional hermetic practices. The planetary influences of the body are well documented. In my work and in my research, I utilize these frequencies to influence myself, other people, and events for purposes of manifestation. I do this by writing my own code, applying to a specific target, which is usually a person, place, or an event. My main target is usually myself, using my hair, fingernail, or butt. It is possible to affect other people, places, or events. The structural link, DNA photograph, address, time. You can send code to that location instantly, regardless of distance, because it's in